Oh, working on my Heki Dometic Skylight, about to remove it, guys. It's really sad because I had a dealer in Summerland RV, just in Summerland, the only one, replaced the Skylight because I got a crack in it from somebody's flying tent at the racetrack in California many years ago, and it was cracked and duct taped. And so I had it replaced, you know, with my insurance for my camper, and the Summerland RV installed a new one, and I go home and I open it up, and the hinges that allow the thing to rotate open, like an escape hatch or wind hatch, he broke the hinges, and he tried to cover it up with some freaking black tar goo or whatever, some black sealant. And then I call Summerland, and they're like, it's my fault. Everybody, this is Marcel with IrnieracingNews. Today, a little bit of different news. It's talking about when you hire the experts to do a job because you don't want to do it, because, you know, can't always become an expert of everything. There's not enough time. So I don't want to be an RV expert for installing the new Heki Dometic escape hatch. As you can see, here's my bill with Okanagan Travel Land. It's called Summerland RV. And I paid them $240 of labor and I bought a thing of antifreeze, to install my new Skylight, which was wrecked at the racetrack. A flying canopy stabbed at a hole in the top layer. I duct taped, gorilla taped it up, and then I ordered a new Skylight, which was like $800 or $1,000, and I got these guys to install it. And this is what happened after I came back. This is one of the 3 hinges on the front of the Skylight. You can tell it was winter time when I had it done, and it's broken. A brand new Skylight that I paid nearly $1,000 for, and it's broken after paying the expert for $240 to install it. And you can see he tried to cover it up using some sort of adhesive. In fact, the technician told me, don't open the hatch, you know, until tomorrow, or like 24 hours. So you don't get any die core, you know, because then he used die core around the hatch after using the butyl tape to hold it down. And I just did the whole process again today, years later, with the replacement that they sent me. I made them pay for a replacement. However, they have not refunded me back the $240 or $270, whatever, until I give them the old parts back. And you can tell this is a long time ago. This is from October 30th, 2017, a month from now, 2017. And so yeah, this is the disappointing story, and I'm going to show you how I install the new one that I did. And I'm no expert, but I can do it. And unfortunately, when you hire the experts, sometimes they don't know what they're doing and they screw shit up. Maybe they're underpaid. A lot of these RV technicians don't get paid very well, but still, that's not my problem. You guys are charging, this is back before Trudeau and Biden inflation in 2017 at $120 an hour. This is the Skylight just above the bed. There's the broken hinge, right? Here's a normal hinge. And the broken one, you can see the cover up. Now, the worst part about this was the fact that when I sent the photos to Summerland RV, the manager tried to battle with me, saying that I broke it. And I'm like, look at the photos. There's proof that it's a cover up. Your technician tried to cover it up. And so that's the real piss off of it all. Let me show you the email. So here's my email that was sent to Bob at Summerland RV, and November 9th. So the worst part, even worse, is I went back twice. I went to have it installed once and it leaked. I came back and there's water coming in my RV in the wintertime. Like, what a joke. Because they didn't use the correct, I mean, they didn't do a very good job of sealing it. And they weren't using the correct tape. What you typically use on these things is called butyl tape, and that's what I just did. You don't even need sealant outside the butyl tape. The butyl tape, like, can clog up anything. People use it for, like, plumbers use it for drains, for things. You can use it with water. So, dear Phil, shop manager, and Bob, service writer at Summerland RV, see attached photos of the broken right hinge on the brand new Dometic Heki 2 Skylight I purchased from Northern Lite and brought to Summerland RV for professional installation. Note, the Skylight hinge discovered first time I opened the Skylight this morning, as per instructions from the Summerland RV technician on November. Again, he told me don't open it until everything's dried up for the next day. Your Summerland RV technician told me not to open the hatch after the job was completed as the die-core sealant needed 24 hours to cure. He said if I opened the hatch, the die-core sealant would get on the Skylight acrylic lens. A new Skylight will need to be ordered again to correct the broken hinge as it is a one-part assembly. See attached paid invoice from... Oh, I can see how much I paid for that. As a customer of Summerland RV, you can imagine how disappointed I am with the entire process of having the Skylight installed only to leak and now reinstalled with breaking the hinge and your technician not informing us he broke it. I hope to have this corrected with a new Skylight ASAP. I contacted Keith at Northern Lite and he said, you guys are a quality dealer that stands behind their work and not to worry. Let me know you received the pictures and about ordering a new Skylight. Summerland RV can also reimburse me for the Skylight I purchased and labor invoice I paid. I will then order a new Skylight myself and have it installed at on my travels. And that's what I just did, but it took me years later and I could never open the Skylight this whole time. And so see how much I paid for the Skylight that they broke. $963 I paid for this, guys. What? Okay, let's get on to the installation. So follow along, enjoy. So I'm on my roof of my Heki Dometic Skylight. So these pins, they go through right here. And I just used, a punch with a hammer to get them out, right? Let's back up here. And so what this installer did is he hammered these so hard that he smacked it and cracked the base right off the back there. The base is not attached, which makes the whole Skylight loose. Like so like then the wind comes, you can see the base, he cracked the base. It was a brand new getting installed, and he cracked, and then he tried to use this putty under here to hide it, and then over with the goo. But yeah, as soon as they open it up, you notice like, oh my god, the hinge is broken. And then they were like, well, you probably did it when you opened it the first time. Oh yeah, buddy, oh yeah. So then I had to deal with that bullshit. Here you have it. So I'm scraping it off, guys, because I have to change the whole base, but that's the culprit. It's just the right side. So then the air would come underneath here all the time. It was really annoying. It would never have a good seal, but broken. And then he tried to use some kind of sealant that was black when this stuff was initially white. Some kind of, JB Weld, but not even good. He didn't have time to hide it with JB Weld. It takes a long time to dry. JB Weld could have actually worked maybe. What a shame. And just the mechanic guy trying to hide it, and then the service guy trying to hide it and say, we didn't do it. And I'm like, you're the only person that worked on it. All I did was open it after he told me wait 12 or 24 hours to open it, and to discover, oh, this thing is loose. Here you go. There's the evidence left behind. You can see the color differentiation from the white from everywhere else, and you don't have it there. The crumbling too. It was like this crumble here. You notice there's no more crumble, So that's the sealant he tried to cover up his breaking my hinge, and then on and on and on. Everyone's covering it up. So let's get some photos of that. Email the evidence to Summerland RV. It's the Northern Lite dealer, right? Okay, so there's the furthest one. You can see how the second one, right? Clean all around it. Third one. Yeah. The mess, this stuff. What kind of sealant is that? Something that stays soft. Should have used JB Weld. Holy smokes. I tell you, that butyl tape, that's a one-time done and done. There's no reason to do a seal. You just need butyl tape. Hold things together. It is incredibly strong, guys. Incredibly strong. So I'm wedging it up. So, what a hell of work to get that butyl tape up. Like seriously, look at this butyl tape, guys. Look at that. How it's just stretching. I've been trying to do this from the inside. Look at it. It's just, oh my god. Look at it. It's coming up. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Unbelievable. That's ridiculous. Well, I finally got it, looks like. Ridiculous. Oh, holy smokes. Look at that butyl tape. Look at that. All because of this stupid freaking guy. What a waste of Well, you know, I'm learning. That's the only thing I take away from all the work I have to learn. Next, I'm going to change the glow plug, or diagnose. I learned how to diagnose the glow plugs in the Duramax, and I might have number 8 is done. I have a code, DTC code or whatever, for number 8 circuit, so we'll see. But learning, you know, that's what we do in life, guys. We learn, and that's why I'd rather do not work for anybody else, but just non-stop school as I age. Whew, back on the roof. Good thing I had all these little plastic dowels I use, which, you know, kind of wedge, use them as a wedge. Wild, wild. Whew, well, that's the most work of the project, I guess, besides trying to cut it to get it up. But to get all that off with the mineral spirits, what am I using? Yeah, paint thinner, mineral spirits, man, and of course, this is the only time I'd wear a mask, guys. What is it, N95, for like if you're sanding or trying to keep the paint thinner from going in your nose, because that stuff gives you crazy headaches. Chemicals, actual problems. So anyways, I'm going to go get and put it down and make sure it fits, and then put the butyl tape on the next layer and go for it. Okay, here's the new Heki Dometic Skylight. Here's the old base. I'm going to have to go and clean that, but that can be done after I install it. So I'm just going to make sure they actually fit together first. Okay, well, it relatively fits together. Just the slightest gap from the old one, the new one. But when you put the spacers in there to clamp the top down, it might fill the gap. There's little, like, each one goes in there. So just the tiny little gap, as you can see right there. Right? So we'll see how it happens. Otherwise, see, mine has the lights in there, the original. This is I have the new one that comes with it, but it doesn't have the lights. It's the non-light version. They purchased the wrong version. Summerland RV. Ta-da! It fits the hole. Yes, that's what she said. Okay, let's pull it out. And I'll actually pull these tabs slightly out and get this whole thing set up. And so I'll be ready to go. And I'm going to put on the butyl tape on the top of this thing first. Yeah, while it's on the ground, might as well pop it up just slightly, so then it's easy to pull out with a pair of pliers. You don't have to smash it with a hammer and crack it, right? And so I'm going to put the butyl tape all in here now, and I can drop the thing in with the lens, because they do, obviously the lens opens up, but there's like a shock that's stuck in there, and the shock is right through here, and you can't see it, but you can't unhook it. It's such a stupid design. They don't have a screw to there's like a shocks in here to hold the top open. So you can't actually separate the two without cracking the plastic. So I'm going to put it in there together, and then I open it up and I can unhinge it to get a better press to make sure the butyl tape's pressed down. Okay, so I had it in the fridge. It's much easier to work with. You have to put it in the fridge. And I just laid it out. Obviously there's tape on both sides. So now I'm going to start to remove the inside tape and apply it, and let's get to it. See you guys soon. Okay, I gave one final wipe, let it dry with the mineral paint thinner, and I'm going to pull off the tape and just add a little bit in the one corner where I started. I got to add a little piece just because it kind of screwed it up as I was laying it down. And then we just drop her in place, and then I take off the glass and push down, and that's it, hopefully. Oh yeah, voila, see, it's starting to squeeze out of the edges at a few spots as you go. There it is. I just put in pressure on it now. You know, just putting, like, squeeze in it a little bit. But, you know, so this is why you don't need sealant, because that butyl tape is so good. You know, it's just gonna be, yeah, look at that, awesome. Got a new skylight. Oh, just in time here. Look at the clouds over there, sun's coming down. I've been working at this since like 2 o'clock. What time is it now? Maybe like 5:30. Look at that. Just snapped the last ones back in. Nothing broken. And I'm not even an RV expert. In fact, this is the first time. I mean, I'm just learning as I go. It's so annoying when you hire an expert because they're an expert to do your job, so you don't have to become an expert at that particular category, and they mess it up so bad that now I have to become an expert to do it again. It happens with the truck, it happens with the camper, it happens with street bikes, dirt bikes, everything. There's always incompetent people. Humans, huh? Oh, feels good, feels good. Only casualty besides, I mean, those little solar brackets, I think, was the culprit. Totally ripped up my toe. But done. I'll leave the film on for now because I'm going to come up here again tomorrow and maybe I'll do a quick bead around it. I haven't decided on that. And then I got to clean up the roof and wax the roof again before I put the solar panels back. I'm just grabbing these little blocks and putting them in, and then, you know, throw in some screws to pull the thing down. Interesting to note, these things have all been cut. They've all been ground shorter, all of them. You can see they all been cut ground shorter. I think it's because combining this one, which doesn't have the lights, and the pieces are longer they come with, these the red ones, and because I'm going to use the original, it's like mixing and matching the two, the inner and the outer, because I'm going to use the original lights again. Why not keep them for now? So yeah, that's something to note. Alright, just got them all loose, and I'll snug them up by hand, guys, by hand. My little ratchet. There you have it, guys. See the lights. I'm actually, one bulb is out, but skylight is in, and yeah, with a nice view tonight. Let's see across the water. And so I'm looking forward to the sun and rising it up, but that'll be for another day. You guys won't see it, but awesome. Good. Have a good one, everyone. Cheers.